GE3171 Problem Solving and Python Programming Laboratory Exercise number 4B Implementing Application Using Tuples. Before doing this implementation, let's see what is tuple and what are the operations used in tuple. Then only it will be very easy to write the program by your own way. So what is tuple? Tuples are used to store multiple items in a single variable. It is one of the data type. Tuples are written with round brackets. So how to find the tuple length? The tuple with a variable it is created. This tuple is a variable with the elements tiles, glass, rocks, stone, steel is the elements. All this is stored in this tuple, right? Here I am going to call that is a print len of. To find the length of the tuple, use the len of function, len of this tuple. So while counting the length of the tuple, it starts from 1. So tiles is a 1, glass is 2, and rocks is 3, stone is 4, steel is 5. So the output is 5. If you want to know the data type, then my tuple is created with the elements, then print data type of the tuple, then print type of that variable wants to be given. That is my tuple is given here. So the output is data type of the tuple which we have given in the print statement. It is printed, and while executing the type of my tuple, you will get the output like this way. There is a class tuple. Then to access the tuple elements, you can access the tuple items by referring the index number inside the square bracket. The tuple is created with some elements. That is a cement, sand, structural steel, concrete, binding wires. Then print accessing tuple with indexing. Then print tuple, that variable wants to be given. So tuple 2 of 3. While accessing based on the index, it starts from 0. So cement is 0, sand is 1, structural steel is 2, concrete is 3. So we are going to access the third index. So the output is concrete. Like this way, based on the index value, you can access the elements. Negative indexing. Negative indexing means it starts from the end. So the end of the tuple will be referred to as -1. So the timber is -1. Here the tuple is created and print tuple of -1. The output is timber. Range of indexing. Range, based on the index value it is given. Range means the starting and ending index wants to be mentioned. So first tuple is created with a variable named tuple 4 and print range of indexing. Then print tuple, that variable wants to be given here. So tuple 4 of starting index is 2 and ending index is 5. Please note, the starting index will be included in the output, but the ending index will not be included in the output. So starting is 2. This 2 is structural steel is taken. From that 2, 3, 4 will be taken. The fifth index, the fly ash, will not be executed. Okay. The next range of negative indexing. So here tuple is created with the elements and print range of negative indexing. Then print tuple of -4 colon -1. The last -1 will not be taken. You all know the ending index will not be taken. That is a concept. So starting from -4, the fly ash, then bricks, blocks will be the output. Then concatenation of tuples. to joining two tuples, we can use the plus operator. Tuple 1 is created, that is with the variable name tuple 6, and next tuple with the variable name tuple 7 it is created, and then in the tuple 8 these both the tuple will be joined, it will be stored here. So print tuples after concatenation. Print tuple 8 will be printed. So the output is both the tuple will be joined and you can get the output. Multiply tuples. If you want to multiply the elements which is stored in the tuple, you can use this method. Use this star operator. I have given here star 2. So the 2 times the elements will be multiplied. So you can see the output. Tiles will be present 2 times: glass, rock, stone, steel. Like this way you can concatenate and multiply the tuples. Next, slicing of tuples. The tuple 1 is created, the tuple of construction, and based on the index value we can slice the tuples. First, print tuple of 1 colon. The starting value is given but the ending value is not given. Then the starting value up to the end it will be executed. 0th index is C, so first index is 0, O. So it starts from O to N. You can see the O, N, S, T, each and every character will be printed separately. That is a slicing. And next, reversing the tuple. For reversing the tuple, you want to follow this method. That is, print tuple of double time the colon wants to be present and -1. Reverse order it will be printed. So starting from the N up to C it will be printed. The next, printing the element based on some particular range. It starts from 4 and ends with 6. Already you know starting element index will be included but the ending index will not be included. So 4 and 5 will be taken, that is T and R. Next, convert the tuple into list. Why we are converting this tuple into list? Because it is unchangeable. Tuples are unchangeable. We can't change anything. Once the tuple is created, we can't do anything. So that it will be converted to list. That the changes will be happen. After that, it will be converted to tuple. Then we can get the output. We can print the statement. See the program. X is a variable which is created. The tuple is created. Right. So normal round brackets. So based on that you can find it. This is a tuple. Structural steel, binding wires and fly ash. The next, second line, y is equal to list of x. All the tuples will be converted to list and it will be stored in y variable. Then y of 1. A list is changeable, you know the concept, but the tuple is unchangeable, the elements of. So that we are going for this method. So y of 1, timber. Already here y of 1 is binding wires. So binding wires will be replaced to timber. Then after that, this tuple will be converted to x. Okay, this y will be converted to tuple. The list will be converted to tuple. So tuple of y, it will be stored in x variable, then print x. We will get the output: structural steel, timber, fly ash. Next, for doing the append function, also you want to use the same method. We can't do any changes in the elements which is stored in the tuple. So for this also you want to convert the tuple into list. In the list you can do the append function. After that, that will be converted to tuple, then it will be printed. Okay, so tuple is created. Y is equal to list of. This tuple is converted to list. Now it is list. So here in the list I am doing the append. Append of. It is append means it will be added the element in the last position. That is a concept of append. So append of binding, building wires. Okay, so it will be converted to list and then it will be converted to tuple, tuple of y. It is stored in this tuple, then print this tuple. The output is cement, stand, structural steel, concrete. All the elements which is present in the tuple is that. Extra building wires is appended. And next, you can add a new tuple with this. For that, if you want to add a new tuple, single elements if you want to add means you want to mention the comma here. That is important one. Single element with the comma. Then only it will be considered as a tuple. If you didn't mention this comma, it will not considered as a tuple. Okay. So here there is a two tuples are there. I am going to join that. So tuple plus equal to y. Print this tuple. Then you will get the output like this way. Tiles, glass, rock, stone, steel, cement. The next, remove items. Tuple elements are unchangeable. So for removing the items also, tuple wants to be converted to list. And then we can remove the elements. After that, the list will be converted to tuple. Then you can get the values. So first tuple is created. Then y is equal to, y is a new variable which is equal to list of that tuple name wants to be given here. So it is converted to list now. Now it is a list. In list I can do any operation. So y dot remove of cement. Particular element cement is removed. Then tuple will be, this list will be converted to tuple. Tuple of y. And it is stored in tuple 11. Then print, removing an element, print the tuple 11 is called. So the output is tiles, glass, stone and steel. Cement is not present here. Then del keyword can delete the tuple completely. For completely, if you want to delete the tuple, you can use this del function. So tuple is created with a variable name tuple 12. Then del tuple 12 means overall fully it will be deleted. Then packing a tuple. Packing a tuple means when we create a tuple, we normally assign a value to it, right? That is a simple concept. That is called the packing a tuple. Here you can see the tuple. That is a variable. It is tuple 13 which is equal to tiles, glass, rock, stone, steel, cement. And print tuple of 13. So the output is tiles, glass, rock, stone, steel, cement. This is packing a tuple. Next, unpacking. In Python, we are also allowed to extract the values back into variables. That is called unpacking. The tuple is, tuple 1 is equal to cement, sand, steel. And then, this is inside the variable, all these elements are stored. Here the elements are going to store in the tuple. Okay, so block, bricks, concrete, which will be assigned to the tuple 1. The next, print values after unpacking. So print block means you will get the output, block will be assigned to cement. You will get the output as cement. And print bricks means bricks will be assigned to sand. So you will get the output sand. Concrete is assigned to steel. The steel is the output. This is the unpacking method. The next, one more operation, that is the asterisk symbol. How we can use the asterisk in tuple? The tuple is created with the variable tuple1. First block, same method, but here I am going to use this asterisk. So block will be assigned to cement, right? So you will get the output, that is a cement. Then bricks will be assigned to sand. So you will get the output sand. If you call the bricks, you will get the output sand. Then remaining, there is structural steel, concrete, binding wires and fly ash is there. So all these will be converted to list and it will be stored in concrete list. Okay, so you will get the output like this way. This is a method of using this asterisk. Then loop through the tuple. This tuple equal to cement, sand and structural steel. Print for loop. Here for x is a variable. Here I have given in the name of x. You can give any name for this. In this tuple colon. Then next print x. Each and every element in this tuple will be moved to the x variable and it will be printed one by one. This is iteratively it will be done. So first the cement will be stored in x and it will be printed. So cement is printed and then sand and then structural C. Then loop through the index numbers. Based on the index number, how it is executed. The tuple is created with a variable name tuple13 and print looping through the index number. The next, for I in range of length, based on the length of function is displayed here, then print tuple of I. Okay, one by one it will be taken. First binding wires, it will be executed and you can get the output. Then fly ash, then bricks, blocks and timbers. Then using a while loop. Previously we have seen the for loop. Now let's see while loop. First the tuple wants to be created. Okay, the next I value, I variable is initialized to 0. Then print using while loop. While you want to give some condition, that is while I is less than the length of tuple, this tuple colon print this tuple of I. Then after that first it will be printed. First I is 0, no, so cement will be printed. Then I value will be incremented by 1. So then I value will be 1. So sand will be executed. Then once again the I value will be incremented. So I value will be 2. So structural steel will be executed until the loop will be executed one by one. I hope you all understood the concept and what operations. So many operations we have used in this tuple. Right. Based on that, let's write the program. Exercise number 4B, implementing real-time or technical applications using tuples. Aim: to write a Python program to implement materials required for construction of a building using tuples. Algorithm of this program: first start the program. Step 2, create a tuple. Step 3, creating a tuple of strings and accessing using index. Step 4, length function is used to find the length of the tuple. Step 5, plus operator used to concatenate two tuples of elements. And step 6, star operator used to multiply the tuple of elements. Step 7, tuple is converted to list. Then append function and remove function is applied. After then it will be converted back to tuple. Step 8, delete function. Del function is used to delete the whole tuple. Then stop the program. Let's see the program. Side by side I have given the output also. Then only it will be very easy to understand. So first creating an empty tuple. Empty tuple is created. You can see the output. Then creating a tuple with some strings, some elements. So tuple is equal to cement, sand, structural steel, like that. The next, length of the tuple. To find the length of the tuple, you can use len function. So length of this tuple is 5. The next, how to find the data type of the tuple. So print type of that variable wants to be given. So my tuple. The output is class tuple. The next, how to access the tuple with indexing. So tuple is created, then print tuple of 3 based on the index. Index always starts from 0. So third index is concrete. It will be printed in the output screen. And next, how to access the tuple with negative indexing. -1 is given. Negative index always start from last element. That is referred to as a -1. So the timber will be the output. Then range of indexing. Based on some giving the ranges. That is starting and ending index. 2:5. So starting index will be taken in the output. Ending index will not be taken. Before the elements will be present. So output is structural steel, concrete and binding wires. Range of negative indexing. So print tuple of -4:-1. Already you know the concept. That is the ending value will not be included. So the -1 will not be included. So the output is fly ash, bricks, blocks. Next, concatenation of tuples. Joining two tuples. So first create two tuples and then by using the plus operator you can concatenate, you can join. Then you can get the output. See the output. Two tuples are concatenated. Then multiply tuples. If you want to multiply the elements which is stored in the tuple, you can use this star symbol, star operator. So here I have used star 2. So 2 times it is multiplied. The next, packing and unpacking. For unpacking, first the tuple with the variable is created and then all the elements which are stored in tuple. Based on that it is unpacked. So the block is assigned to cement, bricks is assigned to sand, concrete is assigned to steel. That will be executed. And using the asterisk, same operation based on the asterisk how it is executed. And next, that asterisk used in center of the element. If it is present like this way, the first block will be assigned to cement and concrete will be assigned to the last element, fly ash. Remaining all the elements will be stored in bricks. Okay. The next, looping method. For loop, list first tuple is created and then based on that tuple the for loop will be executed iteratively until all the elements is printed. The next, based on the length of the tuple, the for loop, same for loop is executed. And while loop. In the while loop there is a condition is given. Until the condition comes false, it will be executed. Side by side you can see the output also. The next, slicing a tuple. First the tuple is created. The variable is tuple 1, which is equal to tuple of construction. Okay. So here slicing means each and every character will be separately printed. So first one, removal of first element, that is based on the index it will be sliced. So 1 colon, the ending value will not be given, means up to the end it will be executed in the output. So index always starts from 0, so C is not taken, it is taken from the 1. So you can see in the output that is ONSTRUCTION. Likewise it is taken. And then if you want to take the value in the reverse order, means use this. It is a 2 times colon wants to be there and -1. Okay, then reverse wise it will be executed. And based on the range, you want to take the values, you want to slice the elements, means slice the character, you can use this. It is a 4 colon 6. The fourth element and fifth element is executed, that is TR. And next, final one, that is for adding and removing. In the tuple, if you want to add or remove the elements, first step you want to create the tuple, right? The tuple is created. After that, the tuple wants to be converted to list. It will be stored in one variable. Then you can do the append operation or remove operation. Okay. After doing this operation, then that list will be converted to tuple. So tuple of y, here also tuple of y. Then that is stored in one variable. Then that tuple will be printed. Okay. Likewise that append and remove operation is done. So now let's see the execution part in Python. To open the Python, in the start you can type IDLE. Then click enter. The Python shell will be opened. Here click the file, new file. Here you can type the program. I already typed the program, means click the file, open. The file will be coming here. So click here. Tuple is my file name. So click tuple and click open. The program will be opened. Okay. Already I typed the program. So all it is typed. All the method which I have explained to you, that is typed here. Okay. After completion the typing, you can click the file and click save. Then click run module. You'll get the output. First the empty tuple is created, and the tuple is created with the string, length, data type, accessing the elements based on the index, negative indexing, everything is executed. Okay. Result. Thus the Python program to implement materials required for construction of a building using tuples was written and executed successfully. I hope you all understood the concept of tuples and the methods which we used in tuples. Thank you.